I don't even have a name for this podcast. I mean, like, we have the name Homebody, right? Shout out P. We have Homebody. We have Tour Stories. We have, I think Taylor's like, yeah, you should name it Road Dogs. We have, what's another? Oh, Trippin'.
Yeah.
Trippin'. I like that. I like Trippin' a lot. I don't know if it's a podcast already though, or like Terry's Trippin' or some shit like that. But we don't have a name, so I'm gonna start with you introducing yourself and who you are.
Okay.
And name, where you're from, what you do.
Yeah. My name is Dashawn Jordan. I'm from Chandler, Arizona. Now residing in Los Angeles, California.
Yes, sir.
I'm a professional skateboarder and a artist. So
let's go.
Yeah, I'm happy to be on the podcast, man.
Amazing.
And conversate with my dog. You know what I'm saying? One of my best homies, big bros, all that. So it's a blessing to be here.
Bro, it's a blessing for me too, honestly. Like, do you remember when we met? Remember X Games?
Yeah.
Well, that was X Games, what, 2018?
I think so, yeah. I was actually talking to, when I was at the studio, those people were still in there. And they were asking me that, and I was like, yeah, we met at X Games in Minneapolis. It was like where we first met. And then we like actually chopped it up and like started like getting to know each other more at that Monster party.
Bro, the Monster party. Shout out Monster. Literally, yeah, because I remember I was DJing X Games and I was so stoked because I was actually DJing like men's street skateboarding, you know, and that's what I've been watching since whenever, like 97, bro. You know what I'm saying? 98 when it was just Park, you know, and it was just Park and Vert. And to be able to like curate music for that, I was like, whoa, this is sick. So I got a list of songs from every artist or from every skater.
Yeah.
And you had the most wild request ever, bro. My man wanted to hear some like, what was it? Do you remember what the song
was? Charles Bradley and Otis Redding.
Bro, everybody's like, yo, I want Lil Wayne, I want Drake, I want this, that. My man said Otis Redding. I was like, wow, he's a legend for that. He's a legend. Yeah. I'm hyped to play this.
Straight like that.
And then we linked at the Monster party after because we were talking about that. I was like, bro, crazy request for the song. That was fire.
Yeah.
And I have been a huge fan of you. Like before that too, I was like, yo, this kid Dashawn's going crazy.
Appreciate that, man.
You're just like I said it the other day. I'm like, this kid's a human specimen, like a specimen of an athlete. Like you really bring the athleticism to skateboarding.
Appreciate that.
Like you really like move like a. Like I feel like you're like a gymnast in your past life, or a fucking ninja or some shit.
Bro,
you know,
I think what played a huge part in that too was like just the different things I was active in, you know, like I was in a dance group for years.
Yep.
And then I played football, you know what I mean, for a couple of years as well. So I think that like helped me so much because like that those different types of exercises in those fields, like I feel like taught me things like landing mechanics and like stuff like that to where like in skating is like once I obviously got comfortable, like I knew how to like incorporate those, but not even like kind of intentionally. It was just like how I thought was the best way to like protect myself from like falls and like but it worked out, you know. I was talking to Paul about that the other day actually, P-Rod, and we were talking about how like, you know, being able to fall is such a huge benefit in skating because some people like can't fall, and then when you see them fall, you like it's like bad falls. It's like they just completely get like bodied like with no control, but like when you know how to fall, it definitely makes you more graceful. Sometimes you're not prepared for like things happen, you know, like it might just be that one where like you were just totally not prepared. But definitely being active in those other things in my life has played a huge part in like injury prevention and stuff in skating for sure.
Yeah, nah, bro, that's crazy. Honestly, it's like I remember you said something that's always stuck with me. You're like, bro, I send responsibly.
Yeah,
I remember you said that to Jesse and I. We were like, wow, like we kept that shit with us forever. He's like, yo, man, people don't be sending responsibly, bro. I send responsibly. Like I know, like what my ability is, where I can push myself, and I push myself like I know how to do it. You know,
so
that was cool.
And you know what's crazy too? Like now that I even think about that, it's like I do send responsibly, but even now it's like it. Like that, like that's like the beauty about skateboarding is like you know what your limits, and sometimes you're just like, bro, I know, like I feel like I can do anything I think about or mind to. So you come across spots and you come across tricks where like there are those moments where like yes, you send responsibly, like, but sometimes you like test yourself too.
For sure, yeah,
like,
you just push it.
Yeah,
bro. That's one thing. Like I remember obviously like seeing like clips and watching you guys skate in competitions, but I've never gone to a skate park before we shot the Seasons video.
Oh yeah,
I've never been in a skate park with like people that I know that throw down on that level.
Yeah.
You know, like I've always seen them on TV or in a video part. I've never been like chilling with them as they throw down, and watching you. I remember it was you and Yogi.
Yeah.
Watching you guys skate, how consistent everything was, bro. Like, you guys didn't fall. Like anything you guys wanted to do, you guys just did free will, like whatever, on some video game shit. So yeah, that shit's crazy to me. What are some of like your biggest accomplishments that you would say? I mean, I feel like I know what I would say your top 5. I feel like I know that, but like, what would you say your shits are?
I would say my top 5 shit you said?
Yeah, top 5, or even top 3.
Oh yeah, my top 3 accomplishments would be was winning my first street league, which is like my first pro contest. Well, actually, I can do those in like in order, because really was like my first big accomplishment was like winning Tampa Am. Like that was like huge to me, and that kind of kicked off my career. And then I would say second was that one was a chance to get into the street league as an amateur. And then when I got in the street league, I was blessed enough to win like my first pro contest, which
was that was your first street league?
That was my first. Well, no, that was the last stop of my first tour.
First tour.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And it was crazy because I didn't have enough points to go to the championship, and back then the way the format was structured was that it was very cutthroat to make it to finals. They only took 8 dudes from the whole season who had like the amount of points to go compete at the Super Crown, wherever it was. So if you didn't get the top after the whole season, like you weren't going to Super Crown, you know? Like everybody still can go to each stop and Super Crown, but it's the same format all the way around. Yeah. So it was a little more pressure because I was like, didn't have enough points to make it. In order to go to the Super Crown, I had to win one. And I was like fortunate to like win the last one. And I went, but fortunately, like I had rolled my ankle like the same week as the contest, so I didn't compete at the level I wanted to, but it was still sick to like win my first SLS.
What was like the sequence of tricks that you did that took it
Man,
back?
I would say I was hyped on my run that time around. Like I feel like my run was strong, and I remember my first trick. So you know what's crazy is even at that one, me and I think it was Kelvin Hoffler were tied to go into the finals, but I had a percentage like maybe a 0.2 or something higher than him. Like it was like 32 point this, 32 point that, but it was like something that was a little bit higher. So they took the higher one. Wow. And I happened to have that. And to be honest, I got that on an accident. And this is why crazy. I tried, it was like a big hubba there, the middle section, which is like what I laser flipped off of. And I tried to tray flip 50 and I did a perfect tray flip 5-0.
That's crazy. So, you just didn't get the front down.
I didn't get the front, but it balanced and it was perfect. Like, and I just took it. I was like, bro, like I'm hyped on that. And that was where I got that 0.1, that 0.2 point difference. And then after that, I was on my last trick attempt, and that's why I did the laser, and that put me in the first. Yeah. And then it was crazy because
this is at Tampa Am.
No, this was at Street League.
Street League. Oh, okay, that last one. Yeah, I remember that.
And I remember tripping out because Niger was after me and everybody was like, oh, like tripping because I was in first place. I remember just like, oh man, like it didn't register really until I like realized I was like, oh, I'm in like first. What the heck? Yeah. Niger had one more try, but the try before that he had like a gnarly fall. Like he did the splits. Like he was like,
I remember that. I remember, yeah.
And I didn't know he had one more try left, so I didn't celebrate earlier. But I just remember just like sitting on the sideline and like there's pictures and everything. Like,
I remember the camera pointing to you.
Yeah, I just remember sitting like, oh man. And he was struggling to get back up, there and try the trick again. And I remember he dropped in. And I was like, let's see. And he missed it. He missed his truck on the grind. And it was crazy. I was crying, bro. And my homie Andrew was crying, who like, my homie Andrew Nicholas, like, who's been with me, like, my whole career. And it was just crazy. That was a crazy moment. Like that kind of helped, that put a little fuel in my career. Cause it was like, I was an AM winning my first pro contest. And, back then it was like, and still is, but like, as an AM in Street League was like, whoa, like I'm skating with all my favorite skaters or dudes that I've been watching for years. I remember the first Street League I went to was in Arizona on that tour. And that's when like all the homers was in it, like hometown Mikey Taylor, TK, all those homers was in the Street League. And wow, to be a part of that and win one, it was a blessing. And then my third one would be was when I won X Games, like to win X Games, like winning my first X Games gold medal. That that was dope. And I mean, to add another one too, just like to tap it on the street side is like, Hollywood 16 was a big deal to me. Like that was an important part of my career too.
I think that's like the first time I saw you explode on the internet.
Yeah.
It was like there was an NBD done at Hollywood and it was crazy. Yeah. And like not even was it an NBD done at Hollywood, but you did something on like the other handrail, ran back up and then did your trick down that shit, and it was insane, bro.
That was the only way to keep me not scared because I couldn't just go for it. So it is a crazy concept, but it was helping me out because I would do it on the 12 and run up and do it on the 16. But that was the only thing that was keeping me hyped to try because I was scared. So I was like, bro, if I do one on the 12 and run back up, like I'm be locked in, like I'll go for it. I couldn't just like start from the corner and just like run at the 16. I had to do that.
Yeah,
it was like my
it's almost like dipping your toes in.
100%. Yeah, and then the laser flip, those are both the same day. I had planned, kind of like locked in to try to get those two tricks because I had always planned to do them the same day.
Yeah,
but in a video called The Process that was uploaded, it shows the whole process of me trying and everything. And we had got kicked out after the 270 lip I did, and then I didn't want to like be like hard-headed or an asshole because the principal came up and he was cool. He just kicked us out and we're going back and forth with him. He was like, oh, I can't I lose my job. I convince you. And I remember saying stuff like, yeah, he's like, I got a family fee. I was like, man, I got a family fee too. I just remember just saying anything, just get another try.
Yeah.
So we left. And then I was like, should I? And my homie was like, bro, like, no, like, this is like, you want to, like, you've been locked in to do it that way. You have to do this.
You said Tebow was there that day,
Tebow was there. Yeah. My homie Ryan Adow, Lee from Babylon was there. My homie Phyllis, all of my homies were there.
The
Midler,
gang was there. That's crazy.
So we left, bent the block, and then like came back and I hopped the fence and like I did the laser flip. So that was a good day for me. Yeah, those were like monumental moments in my career. If I said that right, monument. Yeah. Moments and I gotta sometimes check myself when I say shit because I be making up words, bro.
No, that's fine.
And then I look back and bro, all my homies be sending me like, bro, what was that?
What'd you say?
And I'm like, bro, I don't know. It's in my mind it sounded right. I be making up shit.
Nah, monumental. That was proper. That was definitely the word to say. Nah, bro. I remember seeing that Hollywood trick and be like, oh wow, this kid's lit. Like,
Thank you, man.
That's
I
crazy.
appreciate that.
Would you say the laser flip at SLS, or would you say that trick? What would you like rate higher for yourself?
Man, honestly, it's hard. Those might be even because laser flip won me my first street league, first pro contest, kind of a breakthrough in my career, and laser flip in the streets on the Hollywood 16 also did that on the street side because that was the other side of skateboarding. That's like important, Yeah, it's way more important than contest skating.
Yeah,
and I say that now because as coming up in skating, I've been blessed with like my peers in skating who like taught me that to understand that. It's like contest is one side, it's fun. Skate the contest, it's more money and it's good. Like, but like the other side, that's like the core of skating is also beautiful, and make sure you pour into that too because like it all comes back tenfold. Like the streets is the foundation of skating. So it's like, you got to also make sure that like you have presence in that side. And so that did a lot for me, because I was in a bubble, I feel like, of like, oh, he skates contests. And then like that moment like that, skating street, it like, kind of gave me eyes on like, oh, he's in the streets. He doesn't only skate contests, he can really skate, like, so that meant a lot because being in that like bubble or being put in that side of stuff when like, which I feel like a lot of skateboarders have that problem, even homies who compete now, is like, it sucks that it's that way that you get generalized by that, but you gotta just, I guess that's on you and a personal problem to make sure you give into both sides of skateboarding. So
facts. No, that's true. I feel like that's like a tale that's old as time. Like, remember Brink?
Yeah, hell yeah, I love Brink.
That was the whole shit.
Yeah,
it was like Team Puppet Sus, like bro, the Soul Skaters.
Bro, the part that always makes you mad is when they threw the fucking rocks.
Bro,
that part pisses me off so much, bro. I used to be like, bro, why did you throw the rocks, bro? You want to win?
Bro, she ate it, bro. That was crazy. Yeah,
they did her dirty, bro.
But it's cool. It's cool to see like where action sports has gone like since then,
bro. And that brings up a point which just popped in my mind. Seeing that, bro, isn't that crazy that in a movie like that was displaying women being powerful and amazing in the same like sports and field as men
back then, and
now look at it now transpiring to like women competing in street league, which they could make it to a finals in men. Bro, like they are
for sure
just as amazing. I just thought about that. I was like, wow, that's crazy that like that they displayed that like type of like community, like, and that collaborative, like like being that displaying that type of environment with a female and a man, like
competing in the same thing. Yeah,
it's crazy.
That's a great point, bro. I never thought about that.
Me
I
neither.
never saw like that.
Yeah,
That's great. That's incredible.
Yeah.
And that's why you have incredible just like athletes right now. They're like, yo, we could do that. Like,
Yeah,
what she was doing.
exactly.
That's hard. Yo, so I know that skateboarding has like brought you all over the place. Like I've being like a touring DJ, we've ended up in crazy spots together.
Yeah.
Like, bro, we've been at Copenhagen on some random shit. We've been to Tokyo on some random shit. Like literally everywhere. Where do you think your favorite place to travel with skateboarding has been?
I would say my favorite place to travel with skating, man, probably Spain.
Ooh,
Like Madrid. I went there.
Oh, and what's the spot there? It starts with an M.
No. So that's in Barcelona.
Oh, it's in Barcelona.
Macba,
Okay, got you.
Macba,
Yeah, Macba,
So that's in Barcelona, but
Mhm.
Madrid, there's a lot of footage there. People go there and skate. But that place was dope because like the spots were really good, the food was really good. And it's just overall a great city. Like you have a lot of cities like that, but for
Yeah.
me, like being in like Spain and like going there was dope to me because I just had like good memories there. Like I loved the spots. That was like earlier on when I was traveling. I've been to other places. I'm just trying to think of other places out the country where I've had like genuine like long skate trips. That was like probably like one of my first ones. But the culture over there is dope too. It's like real Spain, like you
Yeah.
know, Spanish, like the food, architecture, the city, everything looks beautiful, clips wise,
Yeah.
there as well. But yeah, I'm looking to just like go to more places and like, you know, experience these different environments. But that was for sure a place that stood out to me. Barcelona, obviously, like at a time, but Barcelona's that is like spot heaven.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff there too. But I feel like since it's always been like, oh, a travel or tourist place, people go there, you know they party there, like spots are good there, that people just started going to other places because they like that's just like Barcy is just like
It's
a
been
safe
the
space. It's a
spot.
staple.
Yeah.
But places like Europe,
incredible. That's
you know,
yeah.
Madrid, all these other places, Tokyo would be my
Mhm.
favorite if you could skate there.
Yeah,
you just can't skate
you
there.
can't skate there.
They don't play about that. You know?
And I feel like a lot of the spots are just a little crazy. It's just very mountainous. It's very like hilly.
Mhm.
It's like a San Fran, but squished into like a little city. So
100%.
I remember even us just like walking around. You were like looking at rails, but then you'd be like absolutely zero run up, and then like, the landing is just like crazy. You know,
Exactly.
like,
Yeah.
wild spots.
They purposely make the ground there so you can't ride. Like if you notice with some of the concrete, the direction of like they have lines on them.
Yeah.
And the way they built the lines is purposely so you can't skate. And it's loud. Like you won't have speed on the, you know, it's crazy. And like even I went there for my bro Yuto. They had a shoe release there for his first dunk, and they were filming there, and I was street skating there for a little bit. And bro, you don't even have one triad spot sometimes. Like they come out fast, bro.
Wow.
And they're just like, nah, you gotta go. But they just more to them. It's not even the act of skateboarding. It's just they literally don't want you vandalizing the stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
They like, you know how
don't
they are.
Scratch
They're like,
this shit, bro. Like,
don't scratch our shit.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? Like they can do whatever you gonna do right on the street, but don't be rolling that board. We don't give a fuck what you do, who you are. Don't fuck up our beautiful, you know, our city, you know. So
and my whole touring experience, I can't front like Copenhagen with you guys and Japan with you guys is probably one of my favorite times. It's like, I remember like getting ready for the show and sending a list in, and the list was like Dashawn Jordan, Paul Rodriguez.
Yeah, we all pulled up.
Zion Wright. I was like, bro, this is like my dream list of skaters, like right here, pulling up to the show, and then being at the show and seeing you guys, and then everybody like going to that spot. I forget what it was called.
It was
something.
Or what was the jail?
Nah, that was also insane.
Yeah.
Yo, they had what was it, like a skate competition, kind of like a jam almost.
And they had a tractor. We were grinding the tractor.
You were skating inside of the jail hallways. It was like some abandoned prison in Copenhagen. Like,
spooky.
That picture is crazy. It's Leroy. It's you, like Dev, Adam.
Yeah,
that joint was insane.
That was the first time I met them too.
Yeah.
I pulled up.
Burger She Wrote.
Burger She Wrote was on the fly.
It wasn't hitting the same way it hits at home. Here in LA, that is the best burger ever, hands down. I wish you would say something different about it. Tell me. I mean, I had somebody tell me the Trophies was better.
Nah, I
bro.
haven't even had
was
trophies. I haven't.
I
I'm just
passed,
so like,
bro. I was
don't if it ain't broke, don't fix
don't
it.
fix it, right? I was on the way to. I had a conversation. Somebody was like, I'm not gonna air him out. Somebody's like, I was talking about Burger She Wrote. They're like, have you had trophies? I was like, nah. They're like, you gotta get trophies, bro. You got. I was like, okay.
I mean, I'll give everything a try, but it's like I've yet to.
And that was my thing.
Yeah.
I was driving to Burger She Wrote, passed trophies, bust the UE, took a bite, and was like, no. No way. I can't believe I just wasted my burger opportunity on this joint. Because Burger She Wrote is crazy.
Facts.
Best smash burger in LA. But and you put me onto that shit.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I didn't
Shout
know
out
about that.
News, man.
I didn't know
Noogie.
about that shit until you put me onto that.
It's
shit.
crazy too in Copenhagen. He was stressing out because they didn't have all the stuff they needed. Like they had the wrong buns or something like that.
Yeah.
So he knew it wasn't gonna hit the same. But I remember him telling me like, yeah, we don't got the right buns. Like, I said, but they still made it work though.
It was smacking.
I thought about LA when I was eating it, so it
did the
almost
thing.
tasted like LA.
It did the thing, bro. It did the thing. Tokyo was cool too.
Oh, Tokyo was a movie, bro.
Yeah, that was so much fun. Like
Tokyo, like if I'm going to Tokyo on a trip like that, like skate, have fun, go out, like it's. I don't know if it's ever gonna beat that time.
Nah, bro. I feel
that
like
time
we
was different.
lived at 1 We're like shopping,
Yeah, we
bro.
did.
Bro, it was so much fun.
That was a crazy. I remember I was wobbling around and limping around the festival because I was hurt.
Oh,
remember, I was hurt and like I was like,
oh, that's when we played that crazy show.
Yeah, my heel or something was messed up
in the stadium.
Yeah, I was wobbling around.
That's crazy. That's right. What would you say your favorite food city is?
Tokyo for sure.
Tokyo.
I would say Tokyo.
Yeah.
And I
you
mean,
got, you got a spot?
I like you know, it's crazy. I'm trying to think of a spot. What's that ramen spot? Ichiran ramen is good.
Fire.
They got the crazy broth there, man.
Yeah.
They reminds me of Tatsu here.
Mm-hmm.
Tatsu's my favorite ramen place in LA.
Tatsu's smacking. It was really
and
good.
obviously all the Japanese barbecue places.
Fire.
Too many to name. I don't even have a specific one. It's just all over the place.
They all smack. Every
Conveyor belt
one.
sushi. All
$50 for all you can eat wagyu. Yeah. Insane.
Facts. No place beats Tokyo, man.
Yeah, so like this is a question that I've always like wanted to like talk to you about. I feel like we've never done. So we're in this time where we've seen like the very beginning of skateboarding, just in our lifespan time period. You know, like we've seen, or not seen it, but it's not that far enough to where we understand like how it began. We're seeing the evolution.
Yeah.
And now we're at this point where crazy shit's happening. Where do you think it's gonna go? Like with snowboarding, you could be like, okay, like they're gonna be doing they're doing 4 flips and 6 spins, I think now. Like, I don't know, in 10 years they'll be doing 6. The jumps will get bigger. Like, where do you like? How do you think skateboarding is gonna progress?
Man, it's skateboarding is so unpredictable. Like even to this day, like even like the younger skaters coming up, like I continue to be inspired by them with like what is capable. Yeah. Like I feel like in skating, like sometimes you get stuck in your capabilities of like tricks you already do or what you do. And sometimes it's hard to progress those tricks, you know, to different levels or new trick variations or, you know, sometimes it's kind of hard. Like being super creative, you know, like in skating, because everybody's just super creative just in general. So when you see something like a younger kid do something that like you didn't think of or like that you probably wouldn't even thought was possible, it kind of like gets your training what's going on. And you like, wow, okay, bet. Like, yeah, dang, there's still more possible with skating. Like not everything has been done and people continue to prove that. Skaters, I mean, that's, you know, me coming into skating, pretty sweet. Like just not pretty sweet. That was a later video, but Krail Tap in general, it was like a superhero team. Like everybody on Girl, Chocolate, Royal, 4-Star. Like, I mean, 4-Star was the ultimate superhero team. They had a Shad, Shane O'Neill, Guy Mariano, Mark. Bro, they had every single person you could think of that was the world's best skateboarders on one clothing team, and the tours they did, and the everything. Crazy. And so even like that, and I think about that to this day, just because the level and quality of parts, like they made skate videos that could come out today and still be the best videos ever. Like, right. Yeah, right. Because if that won't drop now, even creatively, 100%, creatively, like that would be insane. Yeah, because the level of skating they were doing and like where they took tricks, it was like insane. Like you're just like, how is that even possible? And then like it kind of challenges you. Like you go, you start trying to do these tricks, and you know, like that's like the best thing about skating is it's forever like just humbling.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like I might in my mind have thought like, oh, I can never skate that tech. And
Yeah.
then one day I like put my mind to it. I'm like, I have my patience right. I'm like really, and then I do it. And then that like unlocks a whole other type of like perspective and just thinking in my mind with skating. Because then
Yeah.
you just start like unlocking things. It's like how many, you know, years and years in it, I feel like it never,
Yeah.
you can be so that's the word I was looking for, innovative.
Innovative.
Like,
Yeah.
so like that's the amazing thing about skateboarding. Forever humble, and the possibilities of being innovative is just like endless.
It's endless.
So I mean, now I get like you literally get I get inspiration from everybody.
So
like,
you think like the spots will change? You think like instead of like people will be looking at shit where right now they're like, nah, nobody could do that shit, and then somebody's gonna go do that shit. Like, so you think that's how it'll progress? It'll be like people are doing bigger shit.
I think it'll continue to get gnarlier and gnarlier. It spots that are around will be spots forever, but there are for sure always there will be way more spots getting unlocked in different states, countries. You know,
should be built.
Yeah, for sure.
True.
Like
yeah.
you know, spots has become accidents with
Isn't
architecture.
that crazy with skateboarding? It has so much to do with the architecture. That's wild. I never thought about that.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Shit changes because people build shit all the time. But it's funny because like in skate parks, you always see usually like the last 15, 20 years. It's like, and the fact that there's tricks that haven't been done on things. So it's like, yeah, the MBDs are still huge. But yeah, I remember like seeing some of your parts, like in like the toy machine part, and just watching you skate tech. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he had those like bank to like blunt slide, like come down. Like, remember what was that? You did a tray flip, bank to bank gap tray flip, or was it a tray flip or something, or maybe like a big spin? It was like bank gap bank.
It was a bank to bank.
Yeah, but gapped.
I think it was a stairs in the middle.
I think so. Yeah.
I think in that part I did back 360 kickflip.
Yeah,
across I was pushing,
exactly,
into the other bank. Yeah,
exactly.
Like, that's like
shit like that's crazy.
It is endless. Like it's like you almost get like anxiety like when you like is overthinking just like how to be creative with skating, because it's like then you see like everybody skates differently.
Yeah.
Everybody will go to the same spot but use it differently.
Exactly.
And that's what like is the beautiful thing about skating is like, there's no limit. You know, there's no limit. Like even like think about somebody like Day One Song, like that dude is like a wizard. Like the stuff he does, like I can't even think that far. Like I'm like, bro, like is that possible? Like it, like how? Like how?
He's definitely got the most control, right? Is there anybody that skates like him?
No, well, nobody skates like him for sure. Not.
Nah, right.
But people like in that boat who have that type of control, like Day One Song, Mark Johnson, Shane O'Neill,
yeah,
like
Shane,
those dudes have.
Shane is like I feel like Shane is the new school wizard of that Day One shit.
100%.
But I still see clips of Day One doing like Manny, tray flip, blunt, switch Manny down the ramp, front side flip, Manny, crook grind, land. It's
Bro,
like,
have you seen his trucks?
Nah,
he has like no bushing. Like he damn near has no bushing on his trucks. His trucks are so loose,
and he can balance like that. Bro.
It's insane, bro.
So much control.
So much. It's crazy.
I feel like I've been lucky enough to just like be your friend for a minute, be around you, and like peep this music shit, bro. Like the V2 version of Dashawn Jordan. Like, I mean, I love your skateboarding, but your music is crazy. Bro. Like, your music is honestly where it's at, and I love the fact that I'm able to like you send me like new shit. I be bumping that shit. My son be bumping your unreleased records, like bro, like loving them shit. So like, tell me about the music shit. Like, what inspired you to be a musician? Like, is it something you always wanted to do?
Yeah, I mean,
where do you see yourself going with the music?
I mean, you did, bro. Like, I remember literally, I was already like making music, right? When I started like really getting like the constructive criticism that I feel like was pushing me. This is even way before I even met Pat, which is like, you know, my best friend, you know, like manages me with music, also engineers, you know, all that stuff. I met Pat through y'all.
Yeah, that's
like,
crazy.
The first
I always
session,
forget that, bro.
Yeah, the first session that I was in with Pat was at the old house.
That's crazy.
You know, with Jesse and shit like that, you know? And so, and it was, I would say the first time where like I had to talk was the first artist I met. Like legit artist was Ferg, which was for you, and you invited me to like the dinner at the house. And he was talking to me about skating, and he was like, "Yo, like, what you want to do with skating?" I mean, no, he was asking me how skating was going, you know, in that field. Like, you know, how's your career? Like what's new, all that stuff. And then he brought up the music. And I remember being in my head like, "Oh shit!" Like he asked me about the music, like, huh? And then I remember him saying like, "Yeah, you know, like like what you want to do with it? Like, you know, TJ be playing the shit like when we be on tour and stuff, you know,
Yeah.
like what do you want to do with it? And I remember I was like, oh, like I just make it, you know, I sent to myself, sent to my homies, you know what I mean? But and he was like, nah, like you should drop it. Like there's no sense of sitting on art. And I remember you had told me that too before he had actually told me that. And I was like, yeah, you know, I was like thinking in my mind as I was responding, and I was like, yeah, like, you know, I should like it kind of gave me more confidence about it because I
Yeah.
wasn't even singing at that point either.
Yeah.
Like
It's just
that,
the
I was
rap
still
shit.
just like rap,
Yeah,
you know,
rapping. Yeah.
not singing at all. And then 3 years through that, like kind of hearing that was obviously like a confidence booster, and you know, gave me hunger. And then also just the time of like sending you a bunch of records, you know, because I wasn't sending anybody music. I was really only sending you like all the music.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, you would like give me, you know, feedback on some of the records that like would help me grow with it. And then, you know, took a session with Jesse, met Pat, started recording with Pat like a lot. You know, that was like the first engineer I was ever recording with in LA.
That's fire. Yeah.
And then, you know, now fast forwarding all the way to this, because in skating, like it was like a weird stigma in skating where it was like anybody who said they made music like outside of like me personally, what I saw, and you know, I know many could vouch for this, is like outside of if you weren't in a band and you said you made music and you skated, like the automatic thing, which I felt personally, was that it was almost like, oh, a black dude says he's making music, you know, he skates, like don't be a TK, don't be a Jeremy Rogers. So I remembered that because, you know, they tried to make music, you know, like maybe it was something they're super passionate about that like it maybe wasn't understood or received as well in that time, you know, because it was very new for skateboarding to adopt, and it become, and for people skateboarding to be comfortable with seeing somebody go outside of that, what they're predominantly like known for doing.
Yeah.
It didn't translate well. So,
Which
you know,
is weird because you're right. If you're in a band, it made sense.
it doesn't matter. It's
Oh,
like,
if you're in a band, it was cool.
it was cool.
That's just
Yeah.
so weird, bro.
Yeah, and that
That's
was the
crazy.
thing. And I've
So
said
interesting.
this in many interviews at the time when people have like started, when music started becoming out and present and people were asking me about it, I would say the same thing. And so my whole thing was, I was like, okay, like, and I worked really hard with Pat on this whole thing, you know, it was like I want to be undeniable about what this, and I want to start dropping music because I do love to do it. Like I'm not like, all other stuff will like come, you know, God's will and God's plan, but like I'm really passionate about making music and I want to do it and I want it to be accepted. I want to be in that space. So I got to be undeniable.
Exactly.
So like, you know, just time and years of working on music and started dropping more. You know, I mean, the first song, which was cool, the first record I dropped was White Claw, which was funny because like I dropped that song because I knew it was good vibes.
Yeah.
And then when I dropped that, like everybody was posting it. Like the homie Kevin Bradley had on the story. Nice was posting his story. Everybody was like messing with the record because it was
undeniable.
Yeah, it was like White Claw, like
good,
bro.
like,
To this day, all the skate homies like, bro, White Claw, like when they see me, it's like all the homies are skating the T with it's their favorite song, bro.
That's hard.
So now it's like fast forward, you know, I've like learned, grown in music. I've been blessed to meet more artists. I've met a lot more people through you, and you having me in these environments and spaces, and other people I've met like the Ty Dolla Signs and all these people who have like gave me like honest feedback and constructive criticism, and like have like gave me love on just like my music side, which is like, you know, I'm never fishing for it. I honestly, with anybody who's in that field, I kind of just build friendships and I let them kind of just like bring up all music talk, whatever. I might send some records if we're comfortable just to get feedback, but you know, I'm like a sponge with everything.
Yeah.
So it's been a blessing because like I feel like I've grown so much, and I'm still growing in music. But to see two like coexist together, where like now I'm skating like an X Games or Street League, and like they're playing my music when I drop in. And they're using it for commercials, and like they're making sure that that's present and people know I make music. You know, the announcers like
they'll say it.
Yeah. It's just this is him right here. Like, and I think that's so cool because that was like years ago. That wasn't even no way. It didn't seem possible. And so to get that love and see that like it's working, like how I envisioned it, and it's transferred over. That's just like motivation in myself to just push that narrative and create a safe space for other creatives who skate and feel away about branching out to be comfortable in their own skin and go makes you happy, like where your passion's at. People, you know, they don't understand it off the rip. You know, my brother told me this saying where it's like, you know, your vision's not for everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
So I always remember that, and I'm like, it's not, you know, but as long as you lead with passion, and you know, people like understand it, and they have no choice but to respect it. And if it's good, if it's quality, and if you lead them with passion, it's like, you know, the message will get through. So it's been a blessing, man. I'm hyped. Like I love where everything's at. I want to keep going. I love performing at shows. Like, you know, I love music so much. So I always say like, bro, I give 110% skating and music. One is not,
Yeah.
So I skate all day and I go to the studio all night. So, yeah, it's been a blessing, and they're so close. Skating and music, I've yet to meet anybody in music who does not have some type of passion for skating. Somebody on their team doesn't come from skating, whether it's their creative, their videographer. Everybody loves skating, and
Yeah.
everybody wants to be a skater.
Exactly.
And then
For sure.
for me, I'm like, so it's a cool like balance, and I'm blessed to have skating and music.
Yeah, that's fire. You got an event called Homos Are the Hardest.
Yeah.
Right now, bridges those two gaps as well. Like, talk
Yeah.
about that a little bit.
So yeah, Homos Are the Hardest is like my festival back home that I started, and it's just like I wanted to create like an environment for those two things to live with each other and coexist. And what it is like, which is ran through my shop too, is it's in the days like a skate jam. So it's like cash for tricks and prizes and giveaways and product tosses, and with the supports of my sponsors, from like Minute Maid to Nike to April Skateboards, M Experiment, all these people who believe in the vision and want to be a part of it. They always show love and help make the event too. And so in the days like skating 12 to 4, and then at night I do the concert where like I have some of the local homies from Arizona, the homie Alexis, my bro Zion,
Yeah.
he's been a part of like all of them.
Zion, a legend.
You've came out to all of them, and blessed with your president, like DJ'd, when you've had time off.
Shit is lit. Party is lit.
Trying to think, man, the list goes on. I've had other Arizona artists past year. We had 24 Hours come out, which was dope.
You got a new joint with him too?
Yeah. Just dropped a new single, Big Spender. You know what I'm saying? Go stream that. Go add that to your library.
Yes, sir.
But even, for him to come out there, and he was like, yo, I'm there, because he comes from skating. He loves skating. So, it was lit. Like, he was like, yo, get me there, I'm there. Like, you don't got to worry about him, like, nothing of that. And it was a blessing to have that, because him going, Made in Tokyo, he was stoked. He was like, bro, I remember he was FaceTiming. He was like, bro, I'm supposed to be there, bro. Like, I'm there next year.
Yeah.
So, like, to hear that, like, type of anticipation. Like,
shout out Made in Tokyo, bro. Yeah, he's been a homie for the longest time too. I toured to him so many times. He's a legend. We still talk. He like got Koa like his first pair of shell toes, which is crazy. Like he gifted Koa a crazy pair of Jam Master J like Jam Award like rare joints. Like, wow. I remember me and Jesse had them when we were kids, and he pulled up to Koa's joint with them joints. I was like, how'd you get these? But of course, it's them two. Like, them two brothers get fly. So you already know they got that shit on lock.
Shout out to both of them, man. 24 Hours in Made in Tokyo. Good dudes. Solid dudes, man. And yeah, it's been a blessing. Every year's gotten better and bigger. So I'm looking forward to just the growth of that, and just, like I said, once again, creating something that lives on.
Yep.
Just gets bigger and bigger, and just becomes like a level, like a Rolling Loud, Like
exactly.
I started in AZ, because AZ don't have anything like that. And
exactly.
being on both ends,
the
skating and music, I felt like I could help contribute to Arizona, like becoming a place where people can, have those type of experiences. So.
Exactly. That's amazing, bro. What do you think your favorite show is so far that you've done?
You already know what I would say.
But you've done some wild ones, bro. You did the David O, which I thought was DeVito for the longest time, man. Yeah. I was definitely one of those dudes that pulled up on your grandma and you were like, yo, I'm open up for David O. I was like, bro, it's DeVito. What are you talking about? You're like, nah, bro, I promise. It's David O.
Yeah. I got corrected real fast by the queen of Afrobeat, Sheila O. Great people. They're out in Chicago. Her and her husband, amazing people. They actually gave me that opportunity and gave me my first like music radio interview. Was in Chicago.
Crazy.
Played Too Many on the radio. We got the footage from me. It was like me, Pat, and Aiden were all out there. It was a great experience. So shout out to her. Big love for her and her family. But man, I would say all those were amazing. But my favorite one, bro, was the one that y'all had me on with Leroy one in Arizona.
A hometown show, bro. What? Sold out. What was the venue again?
It was not jobbing.com and not jobbing arena. It was forgot what it was. It was some theater in downtown Phoenix, right? Like right in the heart of downtown Phoenix.
That joint is lit, bro.
That one was
sold
crazy.
Out. Had people putting up the cameras, had like, the slow moments.
I watched that video all the time.
Party
just
rock and shit.
Like that was so far. Like to get that love where I'm from, it's so crazy. Because I remember I was telling you, but I was like, bro, I got all these mentions, and it was like so many people from AZ, like, oh, like added me. One of the homies, like one of these, like the homies who I know, who's friends with like another homie. His mom was up there. And I remember her tagging me like, "Oh, like I didn't know about Dashawn. Like he's from AZ. Like I got so much love after that show in AZ, like from my music. And some people were there who knew me from skating, but didn't know I made music.
That's
so I'm
hard,
like,
bro. That's
watching
crazy.
all the mentions, and I'm like, oh wow, like it was lit, and the love was crazy. The phone light moment was probably like one of the craziest moments because I've like always desired to have a moment like that.
Yeah.
So when I had that, it was
unreal.
It was unreal. And I had my bro on the ones and twos, like you feel me, like coming in clutch with that. So the energy was and the vibes was high, man. That was for sure. I live for more moments like that because that right there like kicked it off for like my addiction to performing. I'm like, bro, I just wanted like shows is so far.
Bro, you deserve that shit, bro.
Thank
you make
man.
great music. Like you work really hard. I remember like there's the opportunity came up where we had that like our opener had dropped off some shows and like I kind of peeped how the shows were going, the tours going. So I was like, yo, I'm sure we could like fill these joints up with like some good artists, you know. And I remember as AZ popped up, I was like, like yo, Leroy, you could Dashawn. Was like, yeah, bro.
I remember you told me too.
Yo, I couldn't wait to call you.
I know, bro. He said, no. I remember we were on the phone. You were like, bro. You were like, normally, like you like, bro. I normally don't even like I'm gonna step out of place and like suggest it, but I was like, bro, I'm gonna like see what's up. And I remember like, oh shit, like he gonna like see. And the crazy thing about that is that AZ show is already supposed to happen.
Yeah,
but he got COVID. So that was the reschedule.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. So it worked out amazing. Like it was like God's plan because it worked.
Think about that.
Yeah. So it was destiny, man. Because like it came together so nicely, and I was stoked. I felt like Superman. I had first time I used the earrings. It was I felt so official with them. I was sending you like 50 questions, like which one should I get? These ones good. These ones good. That was a blessing, man. That was amazing. I enjoyed myself so much, and that like even motivated me, inspired me even more. I was like, wow, like
that shit was lit.
Yeah,
that was so much fun. You got a show coming up?
Yeah. My first LA show, headline show,
that's
Dashawn and Friends.
Crazy, bro. That venue is sick. We just saw. Who do we just see?
Sunny Soljic.
Yeah,
the little homie Sunny Soljic.
I remember being in that venue. I was like, and then when I saw you post and you said it was gonna be, I was like, this is about to zoom.
Yeah, I was nervous, bro. Like doing my first show here, cause you know, like I've been here for like over 10 years, and I was just a little nervous. I was like, you know, I'm here for skate, people know for skating here, so I definitely have been a little nervous. But I'm like, it felt good. I love putting myself out there and feeling uncomfortable, because that's when you know you like working towards something like, you know, good, you know. And I was like, I'm gonna announce it, move forward with it. It's on Go Skate Day. I was like, I want to throw my own show. Like you got like, I remember just watching videos too of artists where it's like one of Travis Scott's first performances. There's only like 5 people in the crowd, 2 people in the crowd, and like those are the moments that like I want to experience.
Being at them since at SOBs, bro.
It's crazy.
We were seeing him. It wasn't like 5, but it was like 100. 200 people at SOBs, like, and he's same energy, grabbing somebody's head, headbanging with them and shit, like crazy, bro. Like now he's doing like 100,000 in Italy. Yeah,
like that's the and that's the stuff I want to experience. Like I want to go through those growing pains. I want to learn. I want to grow, and I want to like have these type of things documented because it's important, you know. And that just helps you just with your energy, your motivation, your belief, your confidence in just what you do, and pushes you to go further. Because, you know, that's the greatest thing. Like one of the greatest like learning things too is humiliation. Like when you're humiliated, like that like inspires you to a different level. And it's not even really like being made fun of or humiliated like that. It's just like when you feel like you're putting yourself out there in environments, groups of people, whatever, and you feel really uncomfortable and nervous, you're like humiliating yourself like in a good, healthy way. Yeah. But you feel humiliated because like you feel like you have so much to prove, and there's people here who might not know you, and you're not even intentionally, but you're looking for judgment and opinions of other people on your art to just see if what you think, or like to see if the way you think you're doing things are right or is good or if it's working. Yeah. Like that's like the main time, or one of the like most times where you become so vulnerable to like other things, and then you kind of test like your awareness or your ability. Yeah, your ability. Yeah, you know? Yeah. So I love it, man. I'm excited to see how it goes. You know, if y'all around, y'all in LA, from LA, pull up, you know what I mean? All the information's on my Instagram. But yeah, it's definitely, I'm stoked. Like it's just these culture shifts and things. I'm just like, Why not?
Why not, bro? Why?
Like,
Literally, why the fuck not?
yeah.
Why not right now?
Yeah, facts.
Literally,
Facts.
why not right now, bro?
Yeah.
That's true. I kind of have this concept of like building like your favorite skater, or like your almost like if you're like creating a skater, you know. So like what would that entitle? Like if it was like Madden, but let's say like Tony Hawk Pro Skater was like Madden, and you got to create a skater. Like so from like skill, like what's in the trick bag, what's the swag, like speed, strength, like shit like that. Like are they 99 overall? What are the attributes like?
I would say I would create a skater that smooth skate style, medium speed, not too fast, not too slow, but like just the perfect amount of speed. To
He's
where,
like me. He's like, I'll create me.
Yeah, to where it's not too like uncontrollable, but like looks good. Everything looks like effortless, but like not too effortless. Like it looks like there's still like real, you know, try and everything and energy in the tries and everything. A little bit of technical and gnarly, like can do both, you know. But a good balance of it to where like it doesn't get.
This man is literally just talking about himself, but yeah,
to where it doesn't get stuck in like a certain, you know, or isn't generalized in a certain side of skating. Swag, it's clean, like you feel me, like whatever, you know, clean, like
tailored pants,
shorts,
crop tees,
you know, crop tee, man, you know what I'm saying? Killer hype hat, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man, SBs on the feet, man.
Yes, sir.
You know, Terry T, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
no, I would create somebody for sure, like,
that's
just
cool as
and
shit.
Likable person, good dude, you know what I mean? Like mellow, cool, good vibes, like somebody who just everybody, you know, can vibe with and just, you know, is amazing on a skateboard, but also amazing off a skateboard. Like I feel like that's like my deal. And just like kind of like that being said, just like being in skating and just seeing what it means to be like a professional skateboarder, or even just like outside of that, like just a professional human being.
Yeah.
Like how far that gets you and what is important, because you can have the, like all the skill in the world, but it don't really matter if you're a shit person, like
facts.
You know,
shit,
like it don't matter at all. So it's a balance of all that. I would create somebody who has just a good balance.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, cool. Now let's go to I want to do like a this or that sequence, so it'll be quick. You know what I'm talking about? Like, so I'll say something, you say something. I'll say something, you say something. So some of these. Okay, cool. All right, bet. So you ready? All right, street or park?
Street.
Rail or ledges?
Rail.
Nice. Round or square?
Round.
Fire. Sketch. Fucking sketch. Sketchy shit. Kickflip or heel flip?
Kickflip.
Nike SB or Adidas skateboarding?
Oh, Nike SB all day, man. Come on,
crickets,
man.
Crickets.
Come on, man. I know this is Adidas household, but
no. This is a Nike guy.
Nike SB, man.
Bro, this man got my son his first pair of Nikes. Bro.
Yeah, I had to.
That's crazy. And then what did I do?
He got my nephew's first pair of
Adidas. What's up?
It was ops.
Yes, sir. It's like the red and blue flags linking up and being all like, yo, peace, bro, peace. Oh shit. Solo session or crew session?
Crew session.
Yeah. For
sure. Energy's always high with crew sessions.
Facts. VX 1000 footage or 4K?
Can't say both.
No, you can't say both. What? Is it this or that, B?
I'm gonna say VX.
Ooh.
No, HD.
I need to see that shit in 4K. He's
HD, because
I spend too much time on these tricks. You gotta see that shit clear.
Like VX classic, cool, but HD, you just get details, man. You can see everything is just clear, like, and it's very translatable for everybody. For sure. Like, you know, you don't have to be in skateboarding to appreciate it. VX is kind of more like, if you know, the significance and you know, importance of VX. You know, VX ones. Okay.
You film it or you just vibe it out? What do you like?
You say what?
Film it or just vibe out?
I feel like my sessions are better when I just vibe out, but sometimes you gotta film it. But every day,
if you didn't clip it, did it happen? If you didn't clip it, did it happen?
Facts. But somebody's a blessing to curse. Now it's like post less, pop out. Just vibe. Yeah.
If you can do it once, you can do it again.
Facts.
Two to make it true?
Yeah, 2 to make it true. Factual. I just like practiced that the other day when I was at Chevy Chase. Yeah. Like a trick I did, fakie tray, switch front feeble.
And you did it, you're like, I gotta run it back.
I did it again. It was like one day I was like, okay, if I do it again, it's true. I didn't even post it again. I was like, I'm not posting. I'm just wait to pop out with it. Yeah. Not gonna part.
Crazy. Yeah. Crazy. Spot you've hit 100 times or a new spot?
New spot, bro. Going back to spots is the worst thing ever. It sucks. Yeah. It's annoying.
Yeah,
if I can get it one time, that day I go try that day, it's a blessing to go to some new shit.
I love that. Fire. Okay, that was cool. That was that for that. And then I want to get this on here just in case maybe like you try it. I don't know if it's an MBD. If it is, then you definitely got. If it hasn't been done, you gotta try it. I want to see the infamous laser back lip at Hollywood. I put it out there. It's on here. It's all recording now. Laser back lip. He's like, bro, you trying to kill me, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to drop my nuts for that one. That was.
Bro, that would be
that's scary.
Because you gotta hang on to that back lip. It's gonna happen. Dashawn Jordan's in a laser back lip.
Hope I can make that
Hollywood
that
16.
Come to life, man.
Hollywood 16. Oh, okay, cool. I want to do this or that music edition.
Okay.
All right, ready? Studio session or live performance?
Bro.
Bang.
Live performance.
Live performance?
Yeah.
Ooh, love that.
Sure.
Freestyle or written verse?
Written verse.
Beat first or lyrics first?
Beat.
Trap or boom bap? I mean,
man, I feel like it's harder for me with trap because it's like I feel like you gotta like rap like. Yeah. I'm mellow, man. So I'm gonna go boom bap.
You were crushing Otis Redding for
I'm gonna go boom bap, man.
Boom bap.
Shout out to my trap, my trap. You know, my trap.
Man got an old soul, bro.
For sure.
Drums or melody?
Melody.
Headphones or speakers?
Speakers.
Kendrick or Drake?
Drake for sure. Ooh, hey, I got love for the West Coast though, man. I'm come on, man.
Facts,
shout out Kendrick, man, but come on, bro. I like to dance.
Spence, you heard that?
Oh, don't tell me Spence said Kendrick,
bro. What? Spencer hates. Bro.
Oh my, he would, bro.
Spotify, Apple Music.
I'm an Apple Music type of guy.
What?
See, there you go. Spotify, man. She's Spotify girl.
Come on.
I got both, but I use Apple more.
I mean,
what I'm used to.
I don't even know why I'm tripping. Like, I got an app, like a Spotify deal or some shit. You're right, but I feel like the playlist and shit is just like
playlisting on Spotify is gas. I love Spotify. I've like always used Apple Music.
I was
so like
Apple
I'm just
Music
used
guy too.
to it. Like,
same.
But I want to get into Spotify. I like Spotify a lot.
I think I only switched to Spotify when I started dropping music.
Okay, bet.
Yeah, just because it was like
everything is like Spotify. Yeah.
Okay, fire. Those are good. Okay. Then I got some like weird ass fucking just like, just some
I'm weird.
Stupid bullshit.
All right. I'm a weird ass dude.
All right, you ready? Mm-hmm. You're in a movie. Are you the villain, hero, or the comic relief?
I'm the hero.
I like that. Man, scaling buildings to go find pee in a burning
people,
building
I'm the hero.
All right, if you could skate any landmark in the world with no security or consequences, where would it be?
Tokyo.
Fire.
For sure.
You got a spot in mind?
Not really, man. There's so much stuff there that would be amazing to skate if you could skate it.
Yeah.
But Tokyo is impossible to skate. Everybody loves Tokyo. If you could skate Tokyo, it would be crazy. It would be insane.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. If you could create your 4-star team right now, skate team, what would it be? I need 5. You included as team captain.
Yuto, P-Rod, Shane O'Neill, Ashadware. You said 5?
Yeah.
So one more. Let's see.
Every skater in the world right now.
Last one. Jamie Foy.
Ooh, fire.
Yeah, for sure.
Those are heavy hitters.
Yeah, because that's the team of everybody who can do everything.
Yeah, literally.
Like
you got everything.
Everything. Like nobody's lacking.
Who's the big? Oh, you're the big shit person.
Jamie.
Jamie.
Yeah. Jamie's way more big shit than like that's what he do.
And Jamie's a rail guy too.
Gnarly man.
Gnarly rail.
I'll jump off some big shit.
Yeah.
Jamie gonna grind some big shit.
Exactly.
Pause.
Love
you, Jamie.
All right, so same thing, but this is a super group now. So you got one skater, one rapper, one producer. Who's on the squad? The boy band of the shit.
I'm gonna go Ashadware. Wait, Ashadware. No, actually, I'm gonna go P-Rod.
Ooh, P-Rod is a skater.
P-Rod. Okay. Producer. Producer, I'm going to go. Wow, man.
There's a few bangers out there right now. Turbo would have been going crazy.
Bro, I'm honestly, Turbo would be crazy. And I know one too is a sleeper. His name's Batman. He crazy. Batman is the homie Batman I met through my girl, actually.
Yeah.
He's insane.
He's a crazy. You gotta introduce me.
I would go Turbo. Yeah, I was introduced to Batman. Yeah, he's dope. Yeah. I would go Batman or Turbo for sure. Turbo crazy.
Turbo, bro, he's got the most insane range.
Yeah, his range is insane. That's why I said Batman, because he like can make everything.
He can make everything. That's fire.
Everything, like, that's, you know. Dope. But yeah, I would. That's
fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Batman. Then you said artist.
Yep, an artist.
I'll go Drake, man.
Okay.
It's because he do everything.
That leads me to my next question. Would you rather land? Fuck it. You do have those in the back. Would you rather land Switch Tray down El Toro if it still existed, or have a feature with Drake?
Bro,
both life changing.
Bro,
both life changing.
I'm gonna go Switch Tray down El Toro just because that's my world. Music is too, but I'm working. I'm working to get there. And if I, skating to do crazy. Switch Tray El Toro, bro. No, bro,
that would be crazy.
I could keep working hard in music.
It's like I could never.
I might get his attention, and that might just happen.
Yeah.
But skating, bro, Switch Traying El Toro, bro, that's superhero shit.
Facts.
Like I take that for sure, because I'm gonna take that. Now I know that this side of
that's the Tony Hawk 900.
100%. So I do that.
Tony Hawk 900 is over.
That's gonna.
Nobody's doing that for the next decade.
Yeah,
that's crazy. El Toro. Yeah.
Wow. Sheesh.
All right. What's one track you'd never admit is on your playlist, like your day to day? You bump that shit in the whip, sing that shit dumb loud, but you would never fucking tell anybody about that shit.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna look at my my Apple real quick, man.
It'd be like, so call me maybe.
Bro, I don't know what's the crazy. Let me see. I don't know, man. I don't know if I have anything too crazy.
I got an excuse, bro. I got a 5-year-old. I'll be bumping Charlie XCX boom clap in my car, singing that shit loud as fuck.
Man, I don't know, because like what I listen to a lot, like, man, what would you say I listen to a lot? That's like a song. I don't know. Oh,
he don't got no weird shits in there.
I don't really have any.
You don't be looking at him like babe, yeah. Stop, turn this off.
Maybe Impressed by Pisces. I don't think I have any weird random music. It's so random with me. I might have like a whole Afrobeat day, or I might have a whole rap. I don't know. I'm so random.
Yeah,
but nothing like crazy.
Nothing weird.
It might be like cool. Maybe like, I don't know. Have I sung like any songs for like women artists that like that might be like the weirdest thing, but it's not weird because they be making crazy music that I fuck with, but I don't know if it's one song that's probably been stuck in my head that I've been singing.
Yeah. All right, bet. Next one. If skating and music didn't exist, what would Dashawn Jordan be doing today?
Probably play football.
Fire.
Yeah, football for sure.
A little running back?
Yeah. Because I was playing, like that. That's what I was doing before. I was in a dance group and then played football. And football was like, even in high school, like I almost took a year off skating to play football because the coaches like wanted me to play.
Wow.
And I remember I called to all my homies, I think it was my junior year. And I was like, yo, like, you think I should, or my sophomore year, you think I should take a year off, like, play football? Like, and all my homies were like, nah, just keep skating. So I just kept skating. It was that or wrestling the coaches wanted me to do. Because they were like, we think you'll get, like, an easy scholarship, play. And I remember that day, like, I called all the homies. I was, like, outside of school, actually. And I was like, yo. Like,
how nice were you at skateboarding at this point?
I was skating and competing a little bit, but it didn't, in my mind.
You were, like, the nicest when you pulled up to Chandler?
When I started to like get progressed with it, I was like getting to that point where I was okay, like, he's like a skater from Chandler. He's like one of the best homies at the skate park.
Yeah.
What it could be, I just didn't even understand that and didn't know where it could go. That you were the
best. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was still like just being present with it. I just was enjoying it. And then learned later on, and then it went where it went. But
what was like the aha moment? What was like the I'm nice. I'm like really nice.
Man, I don't know. Maybe when I started getting a little more confidence with my skating was when I was competing in Phoenix Sam, and because first year in Phoenix Sam, after that I got like offers for board companies and stuff to ride for.
So before that, you were still just like,
yeah, I didn't know. Like
that's crazy.
And the contest
like right now would be different.
Yeah.
because of like social media and shit, right?
And the contests I skated, they didn't let me in the year before because they said I didn't have like big enough sponsor.
Oh,
so my first year I competed in was like a little like pop out, and the companies were like, "Oh, let's send you boards," and like then I was like, "Oh man, like you know, I'm good at this, you know." I got this, and I did good. I made it to finals. I think I got like 9th or 10th or something, like 200 skaters or something.
What did you have to do to like? What was like this is me. This is not even. This is me. Just what did you have to do? Like what was like the run that you had to compete where people were like, "Oh, okay, he's nice." Because like if you're the best at the park, then. But I guess there's a lot of people showing out like that.
Yeah, it was an AM contest, and that's when we were all in it. The Nikels, that we were all skating this AM contest together. So like everybody was crazy. Like I don't really remember my run, like, but I was doing the tricks that I knew best. You know, like back when those grinds down the back in the hub in the park, like trying to skate the rail. I wasn't really flipping in the rails and stuff yet. I was skating like the big transition at the park. There's a Desert West skate park. And
doing like
backtails, hand plants, you know, or they call them, you know, andrags and stuff like that, and backtailing over the keyhole and stuff like that. And
I didn't even know you got down transition like that.
Yeah.
You don't be doing shit like that.
Nah, the park I grew up skating was only a transition park. So like when I skate transition, I get comfortable. I could do like.
Did you ever have those 5?
I almost did.
I was gonna say, did you have those 5s?
Almost. I got a video on my phone where I almost did it. I haven't tried one since then.
Zion has a cool 5.
Oh yeah.
Zion's got a cool 5. Jagger has a cool 5.
Trannyman.
Yeah,
for sure.
Are you an introvert or an extrovert?
I always get these confused. I think I'm a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Like I think like I'm outgoing when I'm in the environment where I'm like, you know, I'm social, but I'm also like I don't hang out with a lot of people. I have like my small group of friends that like, you know, you, my girl, my other homies, like that I hang out and skate. I don't like really go out like that. I don't know. I'm not really like a big party person. So I love being at the crib, or if I'm going to something like with the homies, for the homies that I hang out with normally.
Yeah, I'm the same way, bro. It's like I want to say it's because I do enjoy like being outside. You know, like, I do enjoy being at shit and like going out, but only when I like do it though. It's like, but I don't know if it's because of the nature of the job that like forces me to be in those situations all the time. Yeah. So like I don't want to do that shit. I'd rather be literally right here in this spot that you see right now. But like, I do like being outside though. Like I do like going to listen to like a good DJ. Like I do like listening to music. I do like turning up. You know, like, I like that shit. But yeah, I feel like I can't do it.
No, I'd be like, a lot of people getting anxiety when it's overstimulated when like, parties and sometimes clubs. Or I'm like, bro, I can't. Like a lot going on. You just standing there like, I'm just gonna stand here like for like hours and listen to music and around all these drunk people. I'm not even drunk. If I was drunk, maybe I'd enjoy it more. But like, I'd be like tipsy but still borderline sober. So like I just be like, bro, like. How many more hours we're gonna sit here and just look like just look at each other like and try to have a conversation when we can't hear each other.
Bro, I'm not gonna front. The last time I was in a club with you, that's exactly what you looked like. You were just like,
bro, I'm in the cup, bro. I'm just like, look, I'm always just observing.
Ducked off,
I'm just like, observing. Just everybody just like,
yeah.
And if a song come on I like, I might dance a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah, I just got some skates.
Oh, you got roller skates? Yeah. What the fuck? Wait, you just told me that. I forgot.
Yeah, I did tell you. We did have this conversation. Yeah, we gotta go. Now I got some skates, bro.
You know I love that. Let me know. We go whenever. We go to Moonlight.
Yeah. Bro, why do you think rollerblading died? And I mean, and it didn't, because there's still some really crazy cool like rollerbladers out there, but like what do you think killed it like that?
It's just not a crazy big culture with it. Like it's just one of those things predominantly known for speed and like extreme
fitness.
And X Games was the only form of it that was like, I feel like they were showing rollerblading. I think they had rollerblading a part of it at one point. Yeah.
When they had those 2 Japanese brothers, they were going dumb.
Yeah. It was the only platform for it. And they're, you know, like I love rollerblades. You know, I had a point where I thought I was Brink and like I was jumping off stairs and shit. And but roller skating, I just feel like crossed over and became just more of a staple with quad skates, because it's just more. I feel like more you could do it on the look of them. That's what people are using more. Like maybe they're better, you know, on the roller rink. Like I don't know, like in detail what it was, but it's just more sauce. Like you can only do so much with a rollerblade, but you can go crazy with quads. You can put shoes on skates. You can have different type of skates, rhythm skating. Like it's the move, you know.
Facts.
Love rollers. I love rollerblading. Like my sister was actually the rollerblader.
Yeah.
I was quad. My sister only rollerblades.
Yeah.
Like she was good on them. Like but it just it just look funny. It's just one thing of just wheels. You just like you can't get saucy on rollerblades. You got your feet like this, like you know, like and you just got this like long, like they look cool, but
bro, I can't front, bro. There's like some people that make the aggressive inline shit look really cool.
Yeah,
and there's some people that I'm just like, this is why rollerblading died.
Yeah.
Because motherfuckers are doing like a 180 and they'll make that shit look so steezy. It's like, bro, it's like walking with wheels on. And all you did was just do a 180. And you're like landing it all low and like throwing the legs on. I'm sure like, yeah, this is why this shit.
Bro. But sometimes like if you like, there are like really expensive rollerblades that look really good.
Yeah.
Like and you're like, okay, those are saucy. Like, but sometimes the other ones like, you know, you might get from a Walmart. Shout out to my sister, but I think she had some ones from like a sports store or something. So they wasn't the best. But she was making them look good.
Bro, I can't in front. I bought during the pandemic, I was trying to get on my fitness shit and just do outdoor shit. I bought some Rosies. I brought some aggressive inline skates. Yeah. In 2020. And I might have been at Sheldon like 2 months ago with some rollerblades.
Bro, in the morning when nobody was there. Bro, we're rollerblading at Sheldon.
Bro, I put the fit on. I put the baggy pants on, bro. I was like, ooh.
Bro, that's actually hard.
Bro, I would do that
tomorrow, bro.
I was grinding.
I think that's tight as bro. I would go to the skate park with just my bike a lot of times. I would just pull up without my board and just bike.
Bro. You could do BMX shit too.
Yeah, 360s, all that. Like I grind on bikes, everything. Like I would do that a lot. People be like, "What the hell? That's Dashawn. You on a bike?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I left my board at home. Just bike." Like
it's crazy, and you could snowboard too.
Yeah, I love snowboarding.
Just wild. We just did a trip to Mammoth.
Yeah, a quick little Mammoth hit.
Hit the 3-pack. Big methods.
Oh yeah, right. I gotta post that.
Massive. You have.
I have an edit. I made a whole edit.
Yeah,
I gotta post that edit.
Bro, massive methods.
Yeah, you sent me the clip. Yeah, got a whole edit that's made.
Yeah.
Ready to just unleash. I'm gonna just post that randomly. I feel like it's never a bad time to post a good snowboarding clip, especially with the season in it.
Yep, exactly.
Love a good snowboard.
Well, fire, bro. Well, thank you, my G. Yeah, I appreciate it. Me, that was fun.
This is fire,
First one down, and honestly, we gotta do this more often. We gotta bring people, like, just like shoot the shit. Thank you for tuning into our first episode. It's so early that we haven't really decided a name yet, but we'll be on here just talking, shooting the shit, doing whatever, talking about traveling, music, sports.
Should tell them, throw some names out.
Yeah.
If y'all got names.
I mean, I don't really have any names, but I mean, the network is vast. You know, we definitely have a big network, and we all just shoot this shit on the regular. So it's be cool to just maybe eventually it just won't even know the cameras there. It's be bullshitting, you know. So, yeah, that's that. Amazing. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah.